everybody, and welcome back to the exchange.
What's good?
What's up, y'all? It's so good to see you.
Yes.
I wasn't here last week because I
No.
was doing homework. And Dwayne, I just want to say you did an outstanding job last week talking about.
You see Rose eyes.
Why are you making me lose my train of thought right
Okay,
now?
outstanding. Go ahead, keep on. Bring it. Outstanding. Wonderful.
You did an
Great.
outstanding
Awesome.
job talking
Yes.
about
Held it down.
recovery, and one of the things I took that to heart and I applied it to myself. And one of the things that I want to do is recover my health, because during this time of preparing for my doctorate to complete it, one of the things I lost was being active, and because of that I've put on weight and blah blah blah. So I am in the process of recovering my health, and I posted something the other week, and it's last week, and it showed, I was on the treadmill, and they said a number one, and I really thought about that because it was a struggle just getting moving, just getting myself to the gym. So sometimes, getting past that hurdle is the hardest part.
Yes.
So thanks so much for that.
Oh, for pushing you to go to the gym? You're
No,
welcome.
for
You're welcome. Did you? She thanked me for getting help.
No, that's
You're
not
welcome.
what I was talking
That's
about.
what it sounded like to me. You're welcome.
Anywho.
You're welcome.
Anywho.
You're welcome. We're going to the gym. I pushed you to go to the gym.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I heard from a couple weeks ago. I heard my pastor say something, and then I was talking to my godbrother this week, Pastor Cornell DeBose, and he said something that the man of God came in and preached at his church, and so my pastor said something referring to, are we ready to put another level, to put on another level? And I'll give you a definition about that. And then also, Cornell said the man of God came to his church and said that he preached about get ready for an upgrade. So when I thought about both of them together, I thought it was like a good topic to talk about today. And just to see, are we ready? Is our foundation ready for an upgrade? Is our foundation, are we really prepared for an upgrade? There's so many people that look for, to go up in different status, to go up and be, I know people who used to come to me and say, I can lead praise and worship. I can do it too. You see my neck? I can do it too.
What's all of that?
I don't know. That's attitude. I can
The
lead
neck
worship.
movement means attitude?
I can lead too. I know I can do it. But what's so crazy was I thought about the first time that I attitude. The first time, now I knew that I could do it. However, I didn't know all the pressures and everything that went along with it. The very first time I did praise and worship and led it by myself, man, that it was hard. I had watched my pastor, my former pastor, Bishop George C. Wright. I watched him do it for 6 years, and I was the very first person that he handed the mic over to say, "Hey, you're going to be doing praise and worship," And so when he,
Which was monumental.
for
For him to allow you.
for him to allow me.
Because he was the.
Because he was the Prince of Worship.
Yes,
he was.
He was
considered
the very
that.
first.
The very first Prince of Worship.
He was the first. That I
so
know of.
he passed the mantle. One day after 6 years, and it was during a conference, and man, that 15 to 20 minutes was hard. I didn't know everything that went along with it. I mean,
I remember you doing it in an orange suit.
I did not do it in an orange suit that day.
Wait, you did wear an
No,
orange suit
I didn't.
at one,
But I didn't do
rust.
it.
It was rust.
I didn't do it in an orange suit that day.
Okay, but
It
you
was
did
blue
it in a,
that day.
but you did have a
I
rust.
remember it. Blue.
Rust.
The rust is that. I'm not rusty. So anyway, it was harder than what I thought, man. Look, getting up there and thinking the process through, and then even up there, stamina. Woo, man. I thought I was in shape, and I was in shape. I was still balling and doing my thing then. but the stamina that you needed singing and moving and thinking ahead and worshiping, man, that thing was hard. And so at that time, I was ready for an upgrade, but I don't know if my foundation was prepared for it. I'm not sure whether or not I had dug deep enough and dug deep enough to form the foundation
And lay down that cement.
Hello. What? Lay down not only cement, but also with building. There's also other little things that people don't see. Like there's these rods, metal rods that they put inside the cement also that create a little bend but still give a harder structure. Even on bridges, they tie them together and cross one another to make a hard and a surface and make it real sturdy. And I didn't realize that I wasn't ready. I mean, I knew in my heart that I was prepared for upgrade, but didn't know everything that went along with it. Just thinking
because
about.
you knew you had it inside you.
Yeah, I had it inside me.
But knowing that you have something inside you and being prepared
Are two different things. Are two different things.
Okay.
Just think about, first of all, about a foundation. Foundations distribute weight when they're being built. They distribute weight, so that it provides a level surface. And then it also helps avoid movement. So, there's a lot of us that are unstable. You think you're ready and prepared for an upgrade, and you're really unstable. You're not prepared to put another level on you, and you still got you on sand, like building on sand. You're still not prepared, for another level on you, because sometimes you have to go through certain things that help make that foundation sturdy. I had to go through training for years to become the worship leader that I am. I had to go through training for years to even be able to declare the gospel, and I still haven't finished all my schooling when it comes down to that. What about you? You know about schooling.
I do know about schooling.
Yes.
This process that I've been going through has been really grueling. And you think that you're ready for it. Because I was just talking to somebody and I said, when you have a BA, you're writing at one level.
Yeah.
Then when you go to the master's degree, you're writing at a whole nother level that's beyond a master's degree.
Correct.
But then when you get to the doctorate, the expectation is that you're creating knowledge. And that's a whole nother way of thinking, a whole nother way of thought process. Like you have to bring something new, some insight to what you're writing about. And so this whole dissertation process, sometimes I was in tears. I was like, Dwayne, I can't do it. And you encourage me, to keep going. And I have my mentor, Dr. P. She is
Big ups,
phenomenal.
Dr. P. I'll be calling you about my dissertation later on.
Okay.
Does she watch this? We
No,
need to send
yet,
it to her.
not yet.
Dr. P,
Not yet.
we're going to talk about my dissertation.
But she has been tremendous. And not only that, and when I think about foundations, so I have the support of my husband and my family, my village, friends, everybody on Facebook, my Abundant Life family who keep encouraging me. I have, as far as my foundation, the Dr. Martin Luther King. I have Michelle Obama. I have President Obama. I have
Dwayne Jennings.
I'm talking about the people who have gone before, the many. Yes, I mentioned you.
Oh, okay.
I mentioned you.
I've gone
but
before
all
you.
those who have gone before me, whose shoulders that I stand on, that keep me going, and that's a part of my foundation, and I remember that. So when, because chapter 2 was like the most difficult chapter because it was very long. You remember I was sitting at the dining room table, and our dining room table was pretty long.
It's very long.
And I had the chapter 2 divided up into sections, and for each section I had about 10 articles, scholarly articles that, they were about 30 pages long that I had to read so I can create this chapter. I mean, it was...
So, are you ready for upgrade?
Are you? I mean, it takes a lot of work.
Are you ready for upgrade?
Are you ready?
Because the truth of the matter is, here's the thing. We'll talk about systems. When we talk about upgrades, we're talking about, things on the iPhone. On the iPhone, generally maybe every 2 months or every 3 months, more than 2 months, but about every monthly or bi-monthly, you get the notification that it's time for an upgrade. You have to do an upgrade on your phone. And so for some people, they don't read what the upgrade, consists of, so they just boom, hit the button.
Install.
They install it. Some of them have automatic install. Boom, it goes on, and what happens? You get an upgrade on your phone. It's the same phone, but you get an upgrade on that phone
With new features.
Now, here's what happens.
Or it corrects a bug.
Or corrects bugs.
It corrects
So
a
here
bug.
was so funny. A lot of us will just hit that button, and next thing you know, you got an upgrade. And all of a sudden, you try to do a certain feature on your phone that you were used to doing. It's like, whoa, where did that come from? Hey, you got an upgrade. Now, there's some things that we get naturally. There's some upgrades that we get naturally. But then there's some upgrades that we have no idea that we're getting.
No idea.
And you're not ready for. Some people are not ready for upgrades. They're not ready to be put in a place where you have to change who you are in order for you to move forward. What do you think about that?
I mean, that is so true. I think that a lot of times we want to go to that next level. We want, the greater, the best, but we're not, good stewards in the season or in the place that we are right now. So we, in our desire for more, we don't take the time to say, okay, being number one, content with where we are, and being content and doing the very best that we can with where we are, so that when we get to that next level, because I believe in the level that we're currently in, we become prepared for that upgrade. We become prepared for that next level.
So are you ready for your design, you to be replaced, for your older version of you to be replaced? Because that's what an upgrade is. Are you ready to get rid of your old habits? Are you ready to change your mind, the way you used to think about certain things? Are you ready to change that in order for you to go to the next level? Because in order for you to go, you got to change those things.
But you know what? Before we go there, I just want to talk about that foundation, which is important, because the thing about a foundation, that doesn't change.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't change.
Once it's built,
it does not change.
Not unless, like physics, unless there's another force that changes the movement.
Or unless, like in a building of a house, it gets completely knocked down from the foundation, and then you start fresh and new.
Correct. That's the only way. But other than that, foundation stays the same.
So what are the things in the foundation that we're talking about that we need in order to, before we can even talk about the upgrade?
Well, you tell me. You asked the question.
Well.
Oh, look. Software update will be auto installed. Look at there. Installed later tonight. Look, already on my apparatus. So what needs not to change in your foundation?
So there are some solid things. I think it's just having peace. Well, not even peace, but wisdom is a good thing to have as a part of your foundation.
Yes, it is.
Get wisdom.
Wisdom, and also love.
Love. Oh, absolutely.
I think we should not change having love and using love. And that being said, I'm going to make a couple shout outs. I'm going to say a shout out. I met this very wonderful person this week. I'm calling her my sister of another color, another mother color, and she's real cool. Her name is Michelle Buckingham, and she has a son named Brody. Now, I met them, and I believe in God orchestrates, us meeting people to help one another. Of course, I talked about recovery last week, and that recovery dealt with a couple different issues. With Michelle and her son Brody, her son Brody is going through, I think he's been diagnosed with something they called Pandarus, something like that. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but I want everybody, those of you who have a prayer life, who believe in prayer, I'm going to ask you to pray for Michelle and her son Brody, because when you have to take care of someone who is going through issues, it can be hard, and it can be really hard on you. It's hard enough sometimes when you see single parents, having to take care of their children with no help and assistance. But then when there also when it comes with complications of illness and health issues and things like that, it becomes an extra burden. And here's the one thing I do believe. I do believe that God gives us exactly what we need to get through these. And then all of a sudden after that, we also become a testimony for others. We become, a living example of what God can do after you have been healed, set free, delivered, or whatever you're going through in your recovery. So we're going to say a big shout out to my sister Michelle and her son Brody. I have a picture of them here. I'm going to try to find it real fast so that you guys could, it's a mental thing. You have it in your mind. You'll see these people in your mind. And they're beautiful people. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, there it is. That's her and her son. They live down in Florida. So keep them in prayer. Keep him in prayer. He's 13 years old. He's dealing with a lot of things, even with peer pressure at school and stuff where, people bully him and things like that. And we don't believe in that. I believe God will be able to take care of this family. So keep them in prayer this week, and love too. All right.
And prayer is definitely a part of the foundation.
Very much.
And the word of God is a part of that foundation.
And also family, keeping family, staying connected. I'm finding this out.
Healthy relationships.
Healthy. That's the best way to put it.
Good part of
healthy relationships.
A good part of the foundation. I'm sure you guys have other things that you can add to what makes a solid foundation.
Yes, and you can hit us up on Facebook and or YouTube and put your thoughts of what helps and keeping a good foundation, and also those things you need to recover from to make you better, so that when that upgrade comes, you'll be ready to grow and expand and not be just one dimensional. You want to expand and be multi-dimensional. Is that a word?
Multi? Yes.
But yeah, okay.
It's a multi-dimensional.
Yes. Okay. Also, big shout out real quick. We've been watching the Oscars tonight. Big shout out to Regina King.
Yes.
Who won an Oscar.
Very first.
Yes, Miss Ruth E. Carter. Congratulations. Oscar. And Miss Hannah, I guess it's Beachler. Yes, Beachler. She won an Oscar too. Both of those, Ruth and Hannah, they both won it for Black Panther.
In their
categories. All right.
But congratulations to everyone.
To everyone. Yes. Okay, listen, keep us in prayer. We want to keep doing this.
So are you finished with the upgrade?
Yeah, I'm finished with the upgrade. I mean, hey.
You said everything about the upgrade?
I said everything I need to say about the upgrade.
Because I interrupted you.
I need to work on my upgrade right now because you're interrupting me right now. I got things to work out on my upgrade.
Okay.
Okay, listen, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for doing this. I guess we need to start doing something live. So we'll put it out there when we're going to start doing live. Because I think live, you all could really enjoy us acting silly. Danielle acting silly. I'm just so serious about what I do here. We're looking for greatness, and my foundation is solid as a rock. That's what this love is. That's what we got. Oh, Michelle. One more thing. I heard this song that I think fits and would help you. Okay, it's the Winans. It's gospel. It's gospel. It's the Winans, and the name of the song is "Trust in God." Okay, it's the Winans. WINANS. The Winans. Trust in God, and listen to it. It'll help you whenever you're having a tough time. You know what I mean? All right. Take care, everybody. And this is the xChange 2019. We doing our thing. She just grinning. But the xChange, where we what? Transforming. Come on.
Oh, where our lives are transformed.
Oh my goodness gracious! Somebody's out.
She said
she's a doctor. Please help her. Help her. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.